Good afternoon, everybody. I want to do a quick video to respond to shitbag Mookie and Hoeluv. I want y'all to see how this woman is a manipulator. Now, the title of the video was supposed to have been about religion. Hoeluv comes up there and turns it into about me. She's so manipulative. That's why the bitch is in trouble right now with the courts. So I want you to listen to something. Listen at this. Hold on. And this is fair use commentary. This is fair use under section 107 of the fair use commentary. This is for criticism. I am doing this for criticism and to address some things because I have a right to. Let's continue. Let's listen in.
This, if I ever find a proof, which I don't really, but I will. Do you know that person actually had a crush on me? I got the text message, right? I didn't even know that. You do. So that person that called, that main person that say, hope. So don't they like hoes then? Got a. Okay, so let me respond to that. So we already know you're talking about me. So you're trying to derail this man's show to try to get some shit started. So yeah, I did have a crush on you because I thought you were a white woman. Because when you talk, you do sound like a white woman. I thought I was talking to a white woman. I didn't know that you looked the way that you looked. Nobody knew what you looked like until your boy that you used to the other young man who you used to stalk, until he put your ugly ass photo out there, because I thought you were a white lady. You sound white. But if you gonna tell something, tell it right, because I can put the receipts out. You wanted me to drive 9 hours to come see you. Now you set up there on this man's platform, derailed the man's show. The show was supposed to be about religion, but you up there trying to pump him up to say something about me to get some shit started. So since he was dumb enough to take the bait, I'm going to respond to it. So let's rewind back to 2024, y'all. Since this bitch just don't know how to shut the fuck up, go and sit her monkey face ass down somewhere and leave folks alone. Let's rewind back to 2024, y'all, because I got the receipts and I got all of the audio. Okay, so she got mad at Spook TV Media. She got mad at him. Okay. She came to me. She was mad because Nana X and Cynthia was on Spook's platform talking about when she went naked, that as a married woman, she was wrong for going naked for Spook. So while Hoeluv on here talking about other people going naked, bitch, you did it 3 times. And when everybody was calling you out, oh, well, my content, well, kids shouldn't be on here looking. My content is for people 18 years and older. But that's besides the point. You are supposed to be a Bible thumping Christian, a married Christian woman, but you on here showing your body to a man that you're not married to. So let's tell the story. And I'm going to tell it again. And I got proof. The woman wanted me to drive 9 hours. Now, mind you, I'm in St. Louis. She lives in Dallas. She's 647 miles away from me. Okay? This was around the time she told me the girl in New York's real name. She gave me her name. She told me that the girl was trying to set me up on the phone with that cross-eyed creep when they was trying to out me as gay and all this dumb shit. That was around that time. So, let's rewind back. I'm going to tell this one more time, and I'm not going to keep telling it. I'm just going to post the receipts. And I keep everything. The woman was begging for me to drive to come see her. She talked about a hotel room. She was talking about giving me $1,000 of spending money. Now, this is what she said. I didn't ask her for any of this stuff. This is what she said. She wanted to see me. She was beefing with Danielle at the time. She wanted to see me. She wanted me to come down there so we could go live on my page, so everybody would know that I was down there. Okay. Now I have to give Reed credit. I have to give Reed credit. So Reed, if you're listening, this is one time I can give you credit. But that don't mean I believe you're a prophet. But I can at least give you credit. Reed called me at 11 o'clock that night. I will never forget it. Reed said, Michael, the Lord is telling me to tell you don't go down there. That One Love is setting you up. Don't go down there. But see, Reed, I wasn't going to go down there anyway because Nana X reached out to me behind the scenes, told me God was showing her the same thing. Said, don't go down there. She's setting you up. She's trying to set you up. My own mother told me, you better not go down there. And I'm going to tell you my mother's exact words. If you go down there and you get locked up, you're staying down there because I'm not getting you out. That's what she said. She said that woman is loose and the woman is trying to set you up. And the woman's going to lie and say you tried to grape her. She said, I'm not stupid, Michael. Said the woman don't like you. She wants to get you down there so she can lie and say that you raped her to put some charges on you. Okay? I had a dream this particular night, and I never changed the story about the dream. Hoeluv had on a black dress in the dream. I'm getting out the vehicle to go and meet her. She was dancing. Somebody came up. It was a Mexican dude that came up. He had slick hair and he shot me. When he shot me, I fell down. Everything turned white. It was a white light. I woke up. I was sweating. That was dream number one. Dream number two comes. Me and Hoeluv got on the same black dress. Sitting down. The person shot at me, but it ricocheted off the chair. I looked at Hoeluv, and Hoeluv looked at me, but then her phone kept going off. That's when I knew right then and there, nah, I ain't going down there. So around that time, her paralegal had came on my channel. I still got the video. She wanted me to flag the video where Stephen Phillips, her brother, where her brother was on there tearing her ass up, exposing her about what happened to their mother, which I do believe Hoeluv did do something. So this was around the time her and William fell out. It was over $20. I still got the videos when she was on my channel talking about him. But see, if I upload it, the bitch gonna try to flag me because the bitch don't want the truth out. I still got the videos when her and Spook was coming on my channel. She was mad at Cynthia. That's when she started telling me that Cynthia and her daughter was sleeping with different men, that Marie got, that's how I knew Marie's name, because I didn't know who Marie was. I didn't even know Cynthia had a daughter. Hoeluv told me that lady's business. Told me that lady name, told me that lady done been to jail. You know what I'm saying? I didn't need to know all that. I didn't need to know anything about that lady's business. Okay? She told me that Marie, and Marie, if you listening, you know I don't know you. Hoeluv said that you got different baby daddies, that Cynthia was sleeping around with different men, and that Cynthia was a fake Christian. My right hand to God, because I got it in the text. I can put the receipt out to corroborate what I'm saying is the truth. I don't know Cynthia, and I don't know Marie. Okay? Her and Marie had got into it on my page. I didn't even know that was Cynthia's daughter. I thought it was Nana X, because everybody kept thinking that Nana X was Cynthia's daughter. But anyway, long story short, Hoeluv was mad about them talking about her being naked. And that ain't the first time Hoeluv was naked. So that was around the time numero uno, 1 and 2 was coming on my page bothering me. Now, Danielle said it was One Love. But Hoeluv said it was the girl. Damn, excuse me. Hoeluv said it was the girl in New York. Who it was, I blocked them. So anyway, long story short. So I got the receipts. I still have the receipts. And oh, you were a hoe then too. But see, you want to call me your stalker. But see, I wasn't your stalker when you wanted me to flag everybody pages though, when they was dragging the fuck out of you. And let's talk about them checks. She said it's a lie she wasn't selling no checks, but you told me behind the scenes that you did get in trouble in Ohio, that a white lady accused you of writing a bounce check. Now, that's what you told me. I don't know anything about you going to some place in Dayton, Ohio, writing out checks. I ain't even think folks were still even doing checks. Especially with the debit cards and all of that, being a thing. I didn't think people were still dealing with checks, but you told me that a white lady in Dayton, Ohio accused you of writing a fake check. That's what you told me. Okay, now I can prove it because I record everything. When I say I record everything, I even record when I order my stuff at Starbucks. Why do you do that? Because one time somebody had got somebody had got my order messed up. I ordered one thing, they gave me somebody else's order, and they gave my order to somebody else. I record bill collectors. I record pizza delivery people. I do that. And I started doing it when people start lying. You want to stop a liar? Start recording them. When you start recording them, they'll stop coming to you with bullshit. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. So I want y'all to listen how she's manipulating Mookie to try to get Mookie to say something about me because Hoeluv loves drama. We all know that. She keep telling him, yeah, I'm about peace. I'm about peace. But you steady over there trying to get this boy to talk about me. And Mookie, like I said with you did lie on me. You and the gay pastor. You lied and said I told you I was gonna unalive myself. Mookie, I never told you that. And you lied and said I don't email you, Mookie. When we talked over the phone. So we gonna put out receipts, Mookie. Let's put out when you told me that Money Boy Trey did a live stream and Money Boy Trey hit SA'd a girl on the live and how Truth Hurts and Liz and all of them was over there laughing. Because I don't know anything about those people. Let's talk about how you admitted out of your own mouth that half of the stuff that Gabe said about you was true and half of it wasn't. Let's talk about that, Mookie. Let's talk about how you lied and said you don't dox people, but you gave me Gabe's phone number. You gave me the city where he lived at. You gave me his name and everything. That's how I was able to get the information that I got on him because you gave me the man's name. Let's not let's talk about how I got receipts where you talked about Alec, how you didn't want Alec on your page, how you say that Alec gonna end up going over there with the clown in them. Mookie, I got all kind of receipts on you. Even when you owed some guy some money, and I think it had something to do with some dope, because the man was knocking on the door hard. He said, "Where's my money?" And then you kept saying, "Oh, so and so, so and so." And the guy was cursing. You told me to come back today. Then you hurried up and muted the phone, so I couldn't hear the conversation. But I heard it, Mookie, and it was recorded. You owed the dude some money. The dude was banging on the door because you always got to do your lives in the bathroom. You told me you lived in a group home, Mookie, and I can prove it. I got the receipt. So you keep saying you're not gonna say nothing to me, but yet you do. It's okay for you to talk about people, but if somebody pop you with what you said about that abortion, it's a lie. Mookie, that's not a lie. You did say that you physically forced your spouse to go get an abortion. Gabe didn't put your voice on that tape. You left that on Gabe's voicemail and Gabe saved it. So stop trying to deflect and try to use. And see, this is what tickled me about you Jesus freaks. Y'all always want to hide behind the name of Jesus, but y'all be on here doing the worst stuff though. I got recordings of Mookie talking about that God was gonna kill C Dove.
that he was gonna be over there by himself, that Yolanda and them was gonna lead him, that the Lord told him last summer that this time next summer C-Dub was gonna be by himself. Well, C-Dub ain't by himself, so I guess God couldn't have told you that. You told me that God was gonna strike one love too for committing adultery. Now you know I got all of that, Mookie. I got every single recording. Well, Michael, you was on there saying stuff too. Michael can back up what Michael say. What I say, I can repeat, three-peat, four-peat, and five-peat. And Hoeluv, while you running your mouth, while you telling some, you being Reed chat to Reed funny, did you tell Reed how you gave me the cross-eyed creep and the pedo pastor his apartment manager's phone number, that you got it from the paralegal? That you and the cross-eyed creep called his apartment complex twice on a three-way. And Eagles, no Eagles. I got you on the recording admitting that you called twice. Now I called once and I said that out loud. I told Reed I was gonna call. But see, y'all did it secretly. And Hoeluv, let's talk about how you called CPS, how you had that person in New York thinking that I called when you and William were the ones that called. Let's not forget about that either. So don't try to get Mookie to come on the live to start some shit, because I'll bury you and him with receipts. And you know I've done it before. Now, Mookie, now you keep saying, oh, I'm not going to say nothing to that person, but you let Hoeluv just manipulated you to say something about me. Because I got tons of receipts, Mookie. Would you like for me to put them all out? Would you like for me to tag Money Boy Trey in some of them and Truth Hurts in some of them? Because I can do that. If you want to play, Mookie, I can play too. Because I don't know anything about somebody being essayed on the live. But if you were there, since you say you saw it, then you're, like I said before, if it happened, listen to my words, because I don't want nobody going back saying that I said he did it. I said if it happened, Mookie, you're guilty because you were there and you didn't do anything to report it. If it happened, because Mookie lies so goddamn much. But anyway, keep listening, y'all. Fair use commentary. I promise on my life, on my family, on my dog's life, I got the text message. And Sparkle been posted many times in the past. But did you post yours though? But did you post yours when you were talking about Sparkle? How you said you hated Sparkle? How you said you hated gay people? Because you know I had that. Oh, you wanted to get a romance novel. You wanted to go out on a date with me. But did you put that? But did you tell Mookie that though? I'm supposed to be this stalker, but you wanted me to drive 647 miles to come see you. And to be honest, you talk too much. I don't even think that I would have even enjoyed meeting you, because you don't know how to stop talking. You talk too much. I don't like folks that all I got to do is say hi and then you just one look. Like I said, Hoeluv can talk. She will talk you to sleep. The woman taught me to sleep because I was bored, because she don't know how to be quiet. Once she get to talking, she just I'm like, God damn, this girl don't know how to be quiet. The girl actually taught me to sleep. And y'all know sometimes it be hard for me to get to sleep. All you got to do is get on the phone with her. She'll bore you with the same shit over and over again. Gino's a narcissist. Her husband's a narcissist. Tony Harbin's a narcissist. Everybody's a narcissist but her. Trying to manipulate and get Mookie to say something about me. You're a shit starter. You ain't about no peace. You're a division starter. You like to start shit. So you over there trying to get him to say something about me so I can go in on him. Oh yeah, I'm going to bury him tonight with part 2. I'm going to bury him tonight. Let's keep listening. Fair use. Just ain't trying to do that.
That's the same way. But you know what? I'm so glad you, I'm so glad you, I'm so glad that I wish Sparkle can come on and whenever you get a chance.
Yeah, she probably will eventually. Okay, so you just confirmed that y'all talking behind the scenes. You said you can send it over. So you just confirmed that you and Mookie talk behind the scenes, which I already knew anyway. When Sparkle posted the receipt that you sent Mookie $125. So you just confirmed that you and Mookie talk. You just confirmed it. Keep going.
But go ahead. So see, he got a lot of receipts, so he knows more than what I know. But see, I'm glad you mentioned that and said that, and I know they're in the bushes watching. But
I am in the bushes. I was in the bushes. I sure was. I was getting receipts of you contradicting yourself that I'm gonna use tonight when I bury you in part 2. You contradicted yourself so much. Now the topic was different types of beliefs and religions. Okay, but that wasn't the topic. I was the topic. So y'all think people are dumb. We already know who y'all are talking about. And Hoeluv is such a manipulator. But see, Mookie all friends with her now. But see, behind the scenes with me on the phone in April and all of that, she was an adulteress. She's a Jezebel. She gonna go to hell. Sparkle is a man in a dress, which he is. Homosexuality is a sin, which it is an abomination. You was going on all types of tirades about them on the phone. And about how you didn't like how Sparkle got your video flag. Mookie, if we're going to tell it, we're going to tell it now. We're going to tell it. We're going to tell the truth. We're not going to come on here and try to dupe the people. We're not going to come on here and try to make you look innocent and make me look like I'm the bad person. Because, you know, I record everything. So let's not come on here and let's not try to act like Mookie is a saint, but everybody else is wicked. We're not going to do that.
here's the thing. I could put out the message and email out, but it ain't gonna get nowhere.
I never emailed you. So what are you talking about? I never emailed you. So what are you talking about? Just like I can put out the recording what you said about Money Boy Trey too. And I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be too happy hearing you say some stuff like that if it happened. I don't believe it happened. Because if you seen it and you didn't report it, then you're guilty. You was telling me all types of stuff about him and Truth Hurts. Yeah, you know, they was over there acting like they was my friends, and you know, they was over there using me, and then when they didn't want me no more, they kicked me out. Clown and them was using me, blah blah blah. That's what you said, because I don't know anything about you being on a team. I don't know nothing about that, and I don't care to know. But you seem to be so butthurt about it. You were so butthurt about it. Now, if you keep fucking with me, Mookie, I'm gonna put everything out there. Just keep running your mouth. Keep letting the Hoeluv come up there and try to get you to low key say some things about me. I will put it out there. I will put your phone number out there with the text, how you was in my text talking about it. Just keep running your mouth, Mookie. I will do it. I don't give a fuck about getting flagged, because I got plenty of other pages that I can put them on. But don't try to get on here and try to lie now. Don't do that. All right? Don't do that.
You get what I'm saying? It ain't gonna get nowhere. That's why I said I ain't gonna go back and forth with him. Because I got...
Okay, you said you weren't gonna go back and forth with me, but yet you let this manipulative ass bitch get you to say something about me. You could have said, well, no, I said I wasn't gonna talk about that person no more. So once again, you're contradicting yourself, Mookie. And you're supposed to be a minister, and you're up here contradicting. And see, God don't like ugly, and he's not too fond of cute either. And you call yourself a minister, but you up here condoning homosexuality. You up here condoning adultery. But behind the scenes, to me, you were saying a lot of other things. Okay, so you gonna fool around and let that cash app get you exposed deeper. You know what I'm saying? Because I can really fuck you up, Mookie. I can really fuck you up with the receipts that I got. That's why you were so mad. Yeah, about he was recording. But if you didn't lie so much, Mookie, I wouldn't have had to record you. So y'all confirmed in the live basically that you all were talking behind the scenes. I already knew you were anyway. Mookie, I paid attention to how you were moving. I paid attention to how you were moving. I paid attention to how you were moving. The way you were moving and maneuvering, I already knew you were talking to them. I sat back and I watched you share videos where they were talking about me. But then in front of my face, you see you calling me brother, but behind my back, you was talking about me. And you just mad that I found out about it and that I called you out about it. That's all you're angry about, is that I called you out about it. Just like you gonna lie and say that you didn't say that on that voicemail about the abortion. And that's your voice. And then you won't hear trying to say once saved, always saved is a lie. Okay, so if a person is going to hell for sinning, so that means you going to hell for that abortion then. That means the whore that was on your platform is going to hell for committing adultery on her husband. And you were very outspoken about that. But now, since you getting that cash app, now you all, you sweeping it up under the rug. But see, Mookie, people didn't forget what you used to say on my platform, and people didn't forget what you said on your own platform. And you're not a minister, so you need to quit acting like you're a minister. You're not a minister. You're a false prophet. How you gonna call Reed a false prophet when you're one? Let's keep listening.
The proof too, but it ain't gonna get nowhere because once you do it, then they gonna want to try to false flag it. This individual want to go false flag man. Oh, you put this, I'm gonna false flag you. I'm gonna copyright strike you. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Boom, 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 boom. That's why.
So now it's false flagging. But when you wanted me to flag the truth, when he put your house out there, that see how Mookie contradicts himself. So now, if you put out a lie about me, which I never told you I was gonna kill myself, I've never emailed you. If I flag something you put out there, it's false flagging. But when you came to me crying like a little bitch about your group home being put out there, that was different, bro, right? And you could have did that yourself. Just like when I put out these recordings, are you going to flag what you said about Money Boy Trey? I'm listening. I'm waiting. I'm trying to see if you're going to be man enough to admit that you said it. So if you lie and say you didn't say it, I'm going to put it out there. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on you to man up and to admit that you told me that. Because I have the date and the time that we spoke on the phone on the recording when you told me that. That was last June when you told me that. And you wanted me to go live so that I could talk about it. And like I told you, I'm not going to talk about something that I have no proof of. I'm not going to talk about an individual that hasn't bothered me. Money Boy Trey hasn't bothered me. Well, he be over there in the chat talking about you. I don't care who talks about me, Mookie. You want to come on here and try to act like you're goody two shoes, that you don't, you know what I'm saying? That's a Christian for you. Keep listening. I said when me and Pastor Eagles came on live and we addressed it what we addressed it and said he can't even say the words addressed. What is an addressed it? What is an addressed it? Please explain. What we said it from our heart the way we felt. And it was a lie. You called me gay. That was a lie. You said I told him that I was going to unalive myself. That's a lie. You lied and said I told you I was going to unalive myself. That's a lie. You told me, gay. Everybody that Mookie fell out with, Mookie told me they said that they was gonna unalive themselves. He told me the clown said it when they fell out. He told me Gabe said it to him when they fell out. He said the same thing about Alec. He said the same thing about Money Boy Trey. He said the same thing about Truth Hurts, and now he's saying it about me. Everybody Mookie fall out with is always going to be they told him they was going to unalive themselves. Interesting. Keep listening.
And we did just that. We didn't put no lies out. We was thinking.
You did put lies out. Y'all both said that me and Jason was going together. That's a lie. And Eagles ain't in no position to be calling somebody gay when he going with the man in the dress. And I'm going to get on his ass too. Oh, I'm saving him for last. I got tons of receipts on him where he talked about that he was going, the next time if the girl in New York came in his chat, he was going to call CPS, and I don't give a damn who get mad. She need to go take care of that little bastard, blah, 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 that's overweight, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, damn, to myself, because he was mad that she came in his chat. Now, I didn't see her in his chat because I was up on the panel. Because if you got somebody blocked, you can't see him. You know what I'm saying? And I was up on the panel, so I had no way of going invisible. But, you know, just like when he made a big deal about Reed having his photos, instead of the nigga flagging him, he comes to me and asks me to do it. Or if you don't do it, I'm going to have Nicole reload it, and I'm going to have Tara do it. That old bastard, that's why God going to strike him dead and all that. My right hand of God, you going to hear it. Made a big deal about the purple priesthood community. And you ain't no motherfucking priest either. With your purple Barney ass. What the fuck is a purple priesthood? What, you Barney the dinosaur?
Facts. Stating facts.
No, you didn't state no facts about me. You lied. You got mad because I popped you about that abortion stuff. You got mad about it, so you came on here and lied on me. I'm gay and all this other stuff. But see, when you wanted me to send you that $50, I wasn't none of that stuff. I was brother St. Louis then when I sent your punk ass that $50 that you lied and pretend that I never sent you. I sent you $50 when you lied and said your aunt died. Then before that, you sent me 2 Cash App requests for $52. You lied and said you didn't do that. How did I know your Cash App was Demetrius Brown? You lied and told me that your name was Terrence. Yeah, my name Terrence, blah, blah, blah. But then I hear from Reed, your name is Terrell. He said it on the video. He said Terrell. But you told me your name was Terrence. And Terrence and Terrell don't sound nothing alike. Continue.
Oh, it's okay. Take your time, because I'm going to end the live anyway. I'm going to end the live. But, yeah, that's okay. It did me like that. My wife had called me. She was on her break. She just called me and let me know she was on her break. That's when you was like, Mookie, can you hear me? She had called me while she was on her break. But, yeah, I think I'm going to do a little more talking about accountability and things like that. I'm going to talk about that. And
so they're telling him behind the scenes what shows to do, just like they in the so-called pastor's ear. He got another video out coming up about Jezebel. Hoeluv is the one that's dictating what shows they should do. Keep listening.
whoever choose to come, they can come. If they don't, that's fine. But you know, like I said, and I'm glad you came up and spoke your piece. And let me say this, she wasn't on here making no threats. She wasn't saying she wasn't finna, she wasn't calling no names out. She was just expressing how she feel.
But we already know who she talking about, though. Ain't nobody dumb, Mookie.
So we're going to be talking about accountability. And I'm probably going to do this tonight. I might probably do it tonight so you can let Pastor Eagles know, all of them know, you know, and I'm inviting, and it's an open panel. I'm inviting everybody that want to come on the platform. We don't have to agree. We can disagree. You know, I'm not here to yell or, you know, cuss, go back and forth. I am here to keep peace. And I know everybody ain't going to want peace.
But you keep saying that, Mookie, but you keep going back talking about me. This lady just manipulated you again to say something about me. So evidently, Mookie, you must enjoy me kicking you in your ass because you're not about peace. What it is, you like to hide behind the Bible. You're a hypocrite. You sat up there and admitted out of your own mouth that you made your spouse get an abortion, that you physically forced her to get an abortion, which is a crime, Mookie. And I'm going to find out how long ago that was because I'm going to report you. Oh, St. Louis, you'll do that? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. And I don't care who get mad. Because that child didn't deserve that. You decided to lay down and do that, which I don't understand why any woman would lay down with you, but okay, I guess everybody is for somebody. But you made the choice to get that girl pregnant. And you were wrong for using the Bible to make her go get an abortion. That's wrong. And I'm calling you out on it. But see, the fake pedo pastor ain't going to say that. Oh, yeah, that was a mistake. You know, we just gotta. I'm dragging the fuck out of you. When I get done dragging him tonight in part 2 and putting the casket in the grave and burying him, after I expose him, Eagles, you next. I'm saving you for last because I got tons on you, tons of receipts on you, and I ain't the only one either. Shouts out to that other person he was talking to too. We both got receipts on your ass. And we're going to do you, like another person say, all type of ways. Because you've been storing up a lot of wrath, and somebody needs to call you out, Antoine. I'm gonna call you Antoine, because you ain't no pastor. You don't have a church. You got put out of a church. I got tons of receipts on your ass too. And you just as foul behind the scenes. Talked about different people. Even talked about some of the people that you're sitting with. Anyway, let's keep letting shitbag keep talking. Listen at this.
But I'm just speaking for me. Speaking for me. Anybody welcome to come up. Anybody.
Ain't nobody gonna come on their damn platform.
Anybody welcome to come up.
Because I sure won't be coming up. I have no interest to. You just a walking contradiction. That's all you are. Is a
right,
walking
contradiction. Right. And see, that's the thing. Like I was saying earlier, I could show me and Bessie could show the emails and stuff, but it wasn't gonna do no good because this particular individual gonna false flag. He gonna get mad and make more threats.
I don't make threats, Mookie. I make promises.
And that's the reason why he said what he said.
I don't make threats, Mookie. I make promises. I don't know why y'all keep saying St. Louis make threats. I don't make threats. I make promises, and I act on those promises. Jason Paul can tell you. When I told him I was coming to Milwaukee, I went to Milwaukee. I came to Milwaukee. When he was talking, when me and him got into it that day, when he was running his mouth, I pulled up. We did what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't make threats, I make promises. And when I say I'm going to do something, I am going to do it. Just like I said, if you lie and say you didn't say that about Money Boy Trey, I'm going to put the audio out. When I listen, I want y'all to listen to me really good. And I want you to hear me really good. When I say something, I ain't got nothing to do with what somebody else say. When I say something, you better fucking believe I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do. If I said that I'm going to put something out, I'm going to put it out. If I say I'm going to kick your ass, I'm going to kick your ass. If I say I'm going to expose you, I'm going to expose you. I don't just bluff. I act on the things that I say that I'm going to do. Okay? It depends, because sometimes I may change my mind. After all, I'm human. I can change my mind. But if a person keep running their mouth, then I will act on what I said that I was going to do. Oh, he making threats. He said, I don't make threats. I make promises. I make promises and I make guarantees. But you ain't going to know when I'm coming, and you ain't going to know how I'm going to come. That's the thing. When I'm quiet, it's a bad thing when I'm quiet. Leave me alone. Mookie, I haven't said nothing about you since I put my last video up. You going to sit up there and let her manipulate you into, and she did it for a reason. And I'm going to tell you, she going to fuck your platform up just like she did. But see, you know all this because you used to talk about the person. She going to do your platform like she did Spooks, like she did Trevor's, like she did Johnny Robinson, like she did, what's that guy's name? Like she did John McGregor's. She's going to fuck your platform up. You know? You say you a man, act like you a man. Come on here and admit. Come on here and tell Money Boy Trey what you said. Come on here and admit what you said about that abortion, because that's your voice. Gabe didn't glue your voice together. That's your voice, Mookie. So while you busy talking about other people, how you gonna talk about Brian Karn? How you gonna talk about Jamal Bryant? Okay, who cares what Jamal Bryant's wife were to church? But you took part in the unaliving of an unborn baby. And that blood is still on your hands. You can try to hide behind this Jesus person all you want to. And to be fair, that's not even his name anyway. His name is Yahweh Shai. His name is not even Jesus, first of all. That's another lie that you Christians keep. His name is Jesus. There is no J in the original language. I know the original language because I have a Paleo Hebrew dictionary and I have a Paleo Hebrew Bible that I recently purchased that was $1,000 on eBay. I paid over $1,000 for that because I want to learn the original language. And in the original language, there is no J. Everything is with a Y. Everything is with a Y. Like some of those prophets in the Bible. Like Job. His name was not Job. It was Job with a Y. Jeremiah's name was not Jeremiah. It's Yirmiyahu. Isaiah's is Yeshaya. That's his name. The Archangel Michael's name in Hebrew is Mikey Yahu. So I have the original Bible with the original language. All that J stuff, that's from Rome, Italy. But see, you don't do your research on that. Anyway, keep listening.
And stuff, but I wasn't paying no attention to that. I told y'all.
Well, obviously you did pay attention because when I mentioned about the abortion, you got mad and got in your little feelings and you went live with the gay pastor. So obviously I did strike a nerve. Otherwise, you wouldn't have went live making up lies, calling me gay and saying I told you I was going to unalive. I ain't never told you nothing like that. I ain't never asked you for no prayer. Ain't never told you to pray for my mother. But you've asked me for prayer. When you told me you was dying in the hospital, and then the same night you on live talking about wrestling, But you told me, yeah, I'm backed up. I'm backed up. The doctor said I died twice. I already knew you were lying. Because the last time I heard from you was when I sent you that $50. And after that, you disappeared. I didn't hear from you again until January of this year.
Who was going to rebut? I told y'all that.
Well, you ain't said publicly, so that means you and them talk behind the scenes. Mookie, I already know you was talking about me behind the scenes to them and playing in my face. I already knew that, Mookie. I already knew that, and that's probably what you did with other people you fell out with. You're not a real friend, Mookie.
And it ain't me going back and forth with them. I'm not doing that. Like I said, I'm not making videos of that man going over and over and over and over. You know what he done last month.
Last month, you got mad that I called you out. Yes, I called you out twice. I did call you out, and I have every fucking right to because of the way you were moving. If you still butt hurt about me calling you out about that, then I guess you just gonna have to stay butt hurt. I meant what I said. When you were sharing videos out of me being talked about, I had every right to call you out because you were playing in my face, calling me brother 1 minute, but then you sharing videos out with them on there talking about me. That's just like if I share a video of Gabe talking about you. You would have felt some type of way.
What he did, he's not trying to stick with the situation. He's trying to rehash old stuff. So if you
But you're rehashing old stuff about somebody showing their butt. That's old, but you brought it up. But if I bring up about your abortion, oh, that's old. So it's okay for Mookie to bring up stuff, but if somebody hit you with what you did is old stuff, man, get the fuck up out of here.
can't admit what you did was wrong, then go like I told you, go about your way.
Okay, if you can't come on here and repent for that abortion, don't speak on nobody else. Don't come on here talking about nobody if you can't repent for what you said on that man's voicemail, what you made that young lady do with that about that baby. You have no room to talk about nobody. You're a murderer. And while you busy talking about somebody going to hell, you and that gay pastor and that adulterous hoe over there and that man in the dress, y'all gonna be the first 4 occupants down there while y'all busy talking about other people. Don't worry about what I'm over here doing. Worry about that. I've never murdered nobody. I would never tell no woman to get no abortion. That's why I will never be a Democrat, because the Democrat Party, they for that type of stuff. I'm not for that type of stuff. I'm for life, and I don't support the death penalty either. I don't support the death penalty, and I don't support abortion. So if y'all don't like what I said, you can hit unsubscribe, because I'm not changing my mind for nothing and nobody. Murder is murder. Just like with the animal shelters, when they kill those poor pets that don't find homes, I'm against that too. I'm against that too. But I would never adopt a dog because you never know what, you know what I'm saying? I prefer to get mine from a breeder.
Go on about your way. I keep my lane. You keep your lane. You know, you're the one that's dwelling on the past.
No, obviously you dwelling on the past because you can't stay your black behind. Keep my name out of your mouth. You're angry at me because I called you out. So evidently, Mookie, you know you was wrong and you don't want to admit that you're wrong. Then you're mad that I called you out about that abortion because that was you on that tape. And that's what you're mad about. So, you know, I'm kind of glad you did reveal your true colors anyway, because that told me a lot that I already knew about you. So why don't you just quit speaking about me? Because the more you speak on me, the more I'm going to keep dragging you. And the more you keep running your mouth, I'm just going to keep popping you and putting out audio of our conversations. I can admit what I said on there because what I say I can repeat and three-peat, but can you? Are you gonna try to do me like you did with Gabe and say that wasn't your voice? When Money Boy hear that, and Money Boy will hear me say, I don't know nothing about that, and I'm not, because you kept trying to bait me into going live about it. Yeah, you should go on live and talk about it, because that's wrong. The way that girl was on that video screaming, blah, blah, blah. And Truth Hurts and them was sitting up there laughing. And they were sitting up there laughing. And then that's the reason why I stopped dealing with them. And then and they was trying to use me, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you could have went live about that on your channel, not mine. You could have used your own channel, But see, because you used up the free stuff on your StreamYard, you was coming over to my channel. But I wasn't going to talk about that. So it kind of sounded to me like you were trying to get me to get into a situation with them. So like if I'm beefing with them, and then you could try to slide on out. No, it wasn't gonna happen like that. It wasn't gonna happen like that.
I'm not. You the one that was on here making, threats.
I don't make threats. I make promises.
What you was gonna do to me and stuff like that. I've been sitting there laughing at it.
Oh, and that ain't changed, because if you ever come up on me and swing on me, yeah, I'm gonna beat your ass. That's not a threat. That's a promise. If you ever brought your shitbag ass, since we live in the same state, same city, you and I both are on the east side. We're probably within the same vicinity of each other. I said, if you came to the park, I said that I would let you. Now, if you're going to quote me, shitbag, quote me correctly. I said, if you came to Fountain Park, I was going to let you hit me first. That's what I said. And I said I was going to whoop your ass in self-defense. Yes, I said that. If you hit me first, I wasn't going to swing on you. I was going to let you swing on me. Then I was going to whoop your ass. That's what I said. So quote me right. Quote what I say correctly, shitbag.
Well, I'm just sitting here laughing at it. Because now one time I threatened you, you really made yourself look bad by doing that.
No, you made yourself look bad by what you came on here and did. You made yourself look bad by coming on here repeatedly saying that you're done with stuff, but then you keep continuously talking about me. How many times last summer did you say, yeah, this is going to be the grand finale, blah, blah, blah. But every day you calling me, wanting to come on my panel to talk about Gabe and them. And I can prove it. So anyway, y'all, I'm getting ready to take myself out to dinner for my birthday. Today I turned 48. I'm blessed to see another birthday, and I will be here to see 58, 68, 78, 88, 98, and even beyond, even 1,008. Yeah, even 2008, 3008, 3048. You understand? I'm gonna be here to see it all, and I'm just gonna enjoy my evening. I'm going out to eat at Chili's, and then on the weekend, getting together with mom, and mom's gonna take me out. So I'm living a good life. You know what I'm saying? I got a trip coming up in August. I'm not going to even film when I get there, because I know Hoeluv likes to stalk and watch everything that I do. I don't want that bitch knowing where I'm at in Florida. She might try to have that paralegal lady have somebody do something to me, But I'm just enjoying my life, and after I get done burying the pastor, I'm putting my sword down. Unless I necessarily have to pick it up, but I will be around. Me and Jason talked earlier. We're about to be doing some shows and stuff on his channel. We ain't about to waste our time going back and forth with these peons and shit. He wants to do some shows talking about different things. I want to talk about different things. You know what I'm saying? So after I'm done with Mookie tonight, I'm gonna expose the fake preacher. And after I'm done with him, that's it. And if Hoeluv keep talking, I'm just gonna just pop her with receipts, putting putting out the receipts and everything on her. I'm not about to waste another breath on her. She's a liar. She's a manipulator. And this is the reason why she's in trouble right now with the courts. And see, Hoeluv, while you busy on here starting shit, that really don't look good on your record. And then she lied and said that that's not her in Tyler, Texas. I'm going to say this one more time. How I found out about the Tyler, Texas case is because Tony Harbin is the one that put the shit out there. And that's how we got the photo of Hoeluv's mugshot. All you got to do is look at the mole on her neck and look at the mole of that same mugshot. And that's her. And she's the one that always say her face changes. That's you. And that has something to do with some checks. Just like you confided in me about the Ohio situation. You admitted to me that you got in trouble in Ohio. That you tried to play the race card. Hoeluv is good at playing the race card, y'all. She good at playing the race card. What the hell? Okay. So that mean my device, that mean I got to clear up some of this stuff. But anyway, I will be on here later. Probably going to have to do a video on my other device because I got a lot. I told you I got a lot of receipts on this damn device. So anyway, peace.